Hello everybody, this is Taylor with Preventive Home Solutions. I'm just going to show you how to install our under the sink filtration kit just so you can get some better drinking water. So this is what comes in the kit. You got the filter housing, the filter, you got the mounting bracket, the screws, and then you've got the wrench to tighten the filter housing. You got the filter housing cap, which is going to get screwed onto there. You got this gasket. This gasket just sits in there, and then we've got the connecting hose. So these are some of the tools you're going to need to put the kit together. We've got our rag, just in case we make a mess with the water. We've got a Phillips head screwdriver for the screws. We've got a tape measure just to make sure we have the clearances and stuff. We've got a marker just to kind of mark our holes for the bracket, and we just have a wrench to put everything together. So now we're going to show you how to attach the mounting bracket to the filter housing head. Just pay attention, there is an in and out on the filter housing head. And these brass pieces, they're going to come in pre-installed, so it's just going to be easy peasy DIY. So we're going to take the screws that it comes with, and there's 4 holes, and the 4 holes match up. Just screws in just like that. And you repeat that on all 4 holes, and the mounting bracket's pretty solid to that once you get it all in there. So now we got all 4 screws in. What we're going to do is we're going to dry fit the filter housing, the top and the bottom together. Then we're going to go under the sink and we're going to kind of mock fit it and mark out our holes with the Sharpie. So now that we're under the sink, we're going to mount the filter housing. So this filter housing has to stay upright just like this. And when you mount it, you got to be mindful, you have to have 2 inches underneath the filter housing, because this blue piece unscrews and it has to come down to get everything out. So we're just gonna hold it there, mark with our Sharpie our holes. So now that we've done that, we can take our screws and our screwdriver, and we can send these screws into these marks that we've got. Yep. So what I did is I kind of started those screws just so it would be a little bit easier to attach everything. And I pulled the bottom housing off, or the bottom of the housing off. That way it's just a little bit easier to hold and you're not fighting it so much. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold that up there, drop the screw first. You're just going to send those screws in there, hold that up. Alrighty, all screws are in there. Alright, so now that we have the top of the housing mounted, what we're going to do is we're going to take the filter, and it's a bi-directional filter, so it doesn't matter how it goes in. You slide it in there, and then this just screws on. Just like that. And then you're going to take the wrench, and the wrench just slips at the bottom, and you just give it a couple tightens. You don't want to over tighten it because it is plastic, and that gasket should squeeze everything and hold it all together and hold it tight. So, all right, so then we got the wrench. So you can give it a couple. Yep, right there is tight. Yeah, and this wrench comes with it, so you don't have to go searching for parts. Okay. All right, so now that we have the filter housing mounted, we're going to start hooking up the hoses. So you need to find out which one is hot and cold. So usually hot is on the left hand side and cold is on the right hand side. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn off our cold side, and this is where the rags come in. because you're gonna make a mess. So now that we've got that shut off, gotta get a wrench here. I'm gonna pull this hose off. Pull this hose off because it's going to go in the outside of the filter housing. We're going to get our new hose. We're going to put it on. We just put that one off. All these hoses have gaskets in them, so you don't have to put any thread tape or thread sealant on it. So now that we got that on there finger tight, we're just going to give her a couple turns. Alright, so now that we ran our hoses back to our filter, the way I've set this one up is in is on the left hand side and out is on the right hand side. So our in is our new hose. So we're going to tighten that one on there. And then our out is our old hose, and that goes on the outside. Now that we've got those hoses on the filter, we are going to turn the water on and see if we have any leaks. Alrighty, now that we made sure there's no leaks, we're going to turn this water on. You are going to get a little bit of that aeration coming out. That's just the air coming out of the filter. So you'll want to let it run 5-10 minutes. Just to kind of get most of the air out of there. A little bit of gray colored water is normal. It's just some of the carbon kind of coming out of it. But after that, you should have some nice clean drinking water.